Frank.
Hello?
What's happening, man? It's Jamil.
Oh, what are you saying, my G?
What's good, man? Nothing, G. I'm just here, you know.
What number is this, though?
It's my new number, innit? Because I got like a new phone now. But I just want to ask you a couple questions.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, go on.
Fam, I want to know how to say, yeah, I wish I could speak my language in Tree, like.
Well, how would you say, I wish I could speak my language in Tree?
Yeah. You get it? How do I say, I wish I could speak my language, but in Tree?
Okay, listen to me carefully, yeah?
Menya.
Menya, yeah, well done. Menya Nanka.
Oh my days.
I wish I could speak my language. I'd use that to my advantage. Flying home would be standard. If I could speak my language in a motherland landing, I'd use that to my advantage. Flying home would be standard. If I could speak my language. I originate from Ghana, but I was born in London back in 1992. I believe it was a Sunday. I grew up in the South, in an African house, but I went to an English school, so that's the language I spoke from my mouth. English, my first language, but I never learned to speak Tree. Cause as a kid in this western country, you feel like when you know English you're complete. But I've just turned 23, and I learned about the Panthers, about Malcolm X, about Marcus Garvey. And now I wanna speak my language. I wish I could speak my language. I'd use that to my advantage. Flying home would be standard. If I could speak my language in a motherland landing, I'd use that to my advantage. Flying home would be standard. If I could speak my language. See, I'm the only one in my fam that can't speak my mother tongue. My parents taught me when I was young, but as I grew older I lost it. Don't know how I lost it. I probably just wasn't interested, but I'm grown now. I wanna learn it all over, but it might be too late. You know they say you learn your best when you're the youngest, but when you're an adult it's the longest. See, I understand it, but I can't speak it. Every time I try and speak it I sound like an idiot. They all laugh at me, my sis laughs at me. I just wanna have a conversation in Tree with the man them, hang in the crowd, Kamasi like a vulture, chill with my people and embrace my culture, but there's a language barrier. So every day as I'm jamming up, I wish I could speak my language. I'd use that to my advantage. Flying home would be standard. If I could speak my language in a motherland landing, I'd use that to my advantage. Flying home would be standard. If I could speak my language, I wish I could speak my language. I'd use that to my advantage. Flying home would be standard. If I could speak my language in a motherland landing, I'd use that to my advantage. Flying home would be standard. If I could speak my language.
Oh shit. Man. Fam, I'm lost from the beginning, fam. Menya Nanka, mitimi kami promo kasa.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh shit. Listen. Menya Nanka, mitimi kami promo kasa. Oh shit. Menya Nanka, mitimi. Ah, shit.
I'll send it to you.
Yeah, please do, please do.
Hello, good evening everyone, and welcome to the platform with me, Mama Sewa, and me. So I'm in the studio alone tonight. That's fine, because I know I have you guys to keep me company from all the way over there. So I hope you've had a great day, an amazing day. The weather hasn't been great in London, but it's been okay. It's been quite sunny at times and rain. Of course, we have 4 seasons in one day, so, you know, it's fine. It's absolutely fine. So tonight, I'm asking you whether or not it's necessary for you to teach your children your mother tongue. Do they need to speak your language? Did you teach your children to speak your language? as grown children now, if you don't speak your mother's tongue, do you wish you had been taught? Is it something that you're not really bothered about? What are some of the reasons why parents often choose not to teach their children the language? Or maybe it's not by choice. It's just because they want their children to maybe have an easier time in school, to just be more comfortable in their surroundings. I don't know, you tell me. As a child, I was taught. I knew how to speak Tree, was my first language. But when I came to England, my mum insisted that was the only language that she was going to speak with me. But I think I did okay learning English. But there's other people who have said that actually they didn't have anyone to practice it with, or their parents wanted to keep secrets so they wouldn't teach them the language. What has been, what have you come across? Do you know your language? Do you know your parents' language? Or maybe you just understand it, but you don't speak it. Are you somebody that tries to speak it and then people laugh at you? So for that, you've decided not to even bother. My boss actually reminded me of this video that I'm going to play by A-Star, and it's called Mother Tongue. So listen and we will talk some more.
Hello?
Frank,
Hello?
what's happening, man? It's Jamil.
Oh, what you saying, my G?
What's good, man? Nothing, G. I'm just here, you know.
What number is this, though?
It's my new number, innit? Because I got like a new phone now. But I just want to ask you a couple questions.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, go on.
Fam, I want to know how to say, yeah, I wish I could speak my language in Tree, like.
To say, I wish I could speak my language in Tree.
Yeah. You get it? How do I say I wish I could speak my language, but in Tree?
Okay, listen to me carefully, yeah? Menya, yeah, well done. Menya Nanka.
Oh my days.
I wish I could speak my language. I'd use that to my advantage. Flying home would be standard. If I could speak my language in a motherland landing, I'd use that to my advantage. Flying home would be standard. If I could speak my language. I originate from Ghana, but I was born in London back in 1992. I believe it was a Sunday. I grew up in the South, in an African house, but I went to an English school, so that's the language I spoke from my mouth. English my first language, but I never learned to speak Tree. Cause as a kid in this western country, you feel like when you know English you're complete. But I've just turned 23, and I learned about the Panthers, about Malcolm X, about Marcus Garvey. And now I wanna speak my language. I wish I could speak my language. I'd use that to my advantage. Flying home would be standard. If I could speak my language in a motherland landing, I'd use that to my advantage. Flying home would be standard. If I could speak my language. See, I'm the only one in my fam that can't speak my mother tongue. My parents taught me when I was young, but as I grew older I lost it. Don't know how I lost it. I probably just wasn't interested, but I'm grown now. I wanna learn it all over, but it might be too late. You know they say you learn your best when you're the youngest, but when you're an adult it's the longest. See, I understand it, but I can't speak it. Every time I try and speak it I sound like an idiot. They all laugh at me, my sis laughs at me. I just wanna have a conversation in Tree with the man them, hang in the crowd, Kamasi like a vulture, chill with my people and embrace my culture, but there's a language barrier. So every day as I'm jamming up, I wish I could speak my language. I'd use that to my advantage. Flying home would be standard. If I could speak my language in a motherland landing, I'd use that to my advantage. Flying home would be standard. If I could speak my language, I wish I could speak my language. I'd use that to my advantage. Flying home would be standard. If I could speak my language in a motherland landing, I'd use that to my advantage. Flying home
Man. Fam, I'm lost from the beginning, fam. Menya nanka mitimi kami promo kasa.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh shit.
Okay, so the video says that I wish I could speak my language, and if I could, it would be to my advantage. Do you find that? If you want to get involved in a conversation, we are live. You can get through on the FireLiveTV Facebook page or YouTube, but I would much rather hear from you. The telephone number in the studio is 0203 002 8482. That's 0044 203 0028482, and that's if you're calling on WhatsApp. So I've got a few people who have joined me online. Hello, Nicholas Fury. Good evening. Good evening. Hi, Devon. Devon says Bruni Coco. Who's a Bruni Coco? Ankara Quest. Greetings to all viewers. Greetings to you too. Yvette Asamoah says that it is very necessary. I agree with you, but a lot of people don't actually. Jav says it's always necessary to learn. But why is it necessary though? You don't live in a country. Say you live in England or America, you're speaking English all the time. Tell me why it's necessary to speak your mother tongue. I know my reasons. What are yours? Yvette says, I'm so jealous of your accent right now. Oh, why? What is my accent? Can you hear my Ghanaian accent coming through? Lilia said, good evening. Good evening, darling. Okay. So, yeah. Hi, Maddie. Thank you for joining and watching, everybody. Do call in. Like I said, the studio line is open. The WhatsApp number is +44 203 002 8482. If you're calling from America, the telephone number is +131, and I am getting a call. Oh. Hello, caller. Oh, don't hang up. Hello. Ooh. Hello, caller. Hello. Hello. Oh, I can't hear you. Hello, caller. Got a couple of calls. Oh. Hello, caller. Oh. I'm on that again. Caller, can you hear me? Hello. This is interesting. Let me try my headphones. Hello, caller. Hello. Hello. Can you hear me? No? No. Okay. Need to figure out what's going on here. Hello? Hello, can you hear me? I can barely hear you. Woo.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I think it's probably my fault. I can barely hear you, yes.
Is it better now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I can hear you too.
Okay, good, then that's fine. I hope everyone else can hear us. Good evening.
I should think so. Good evening.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Okay, so I've just got a little something to say.
Okay.
with the topic for today.
Okay.
And my take on this is, I think I've got 2 kids, as you're aware.
Yeah.
I've got 2 kids, and what we started doing with my husband and myself, what we started doing was we started speaking our local language with them, because we said to ourselves, no matter what, they will pick up English, no matter come what may.
Yeah.
But with the Ghanaian language, it's something that we need to teach them.
Yes.
The reason why we decided to do this with them was just to make them feel a bit unique, thinking they have a second language.
Yeah.
Secondly, to allow them to be proud of their culture and where they come from.
Mhm.
I used to see this. I didn't want a case where my kids are going to grow up and think, oh, they're Americans. No. They have a history. They have a background.
Yeah.
What distinguishes you from yourself and then another person? It's just the fact that you've got something to go to, and probably the person hasn't.
Okay.
And that was how come we decided to do that. And interestingly, even though we've spoken Tree with my son for the past 2 years, and he's now picking up the English language, he's never said anything in Tree than to say Jai.
Because you say Jai to him a lot.
I say it 1,000 times, and then he looks at his sister and hits her and goes, Jai, Mommy Jai. But he's never said anything in Tree. But no matter what you say, he understands you.
Yes. That's good. Well done. Well done on teaching them.
People have different, I don't fault people, but we were thinking it's something interesting. If my husband wasn't up for it, it would have been something different.
Mm-hmm.
And doing that now, I've got 2 other stepkids, and doing that with their brother now, they've started picking up the language too.
Okay. That's good.
And they've learned to speak it. When you say something, they go, oh, what does this mean? And I sit them down and they go, oh, in Ghana we do this, in Ghana we do that. And they're all interested, willing to learn.
So do you think it helps them to be more in touch with their culture?
Yeah.
Because there's the language, and then also, there's lots of other things that goes on. So
I'm not trying to downgrade what people do, but I think our culture has a lot more respect than other cultures, and that's my take.
Okay.
Pardon me if I'm biased, but that is my take. As in, we are instilled a lot of respect, a lot of discipline, and I think it all comes in with the language and everything that we say. We like to say please and thank you for nothing, and that I think is something that we cherish, and that's just my take on that.
Okay. So there are some people. So obviously, in every home, there's a different situation going on. Like I have friends who are maybe half Nigerian and half Ghanaian, and of course, in their house, mum and dad will have to speak a common language, which is usually English. So then it's harder for the child or the children to then pick up, one of the languages. So there's that scenario. But I also know people, a friend of mine actually, who she's always like, when I got to London, I was speaking like 5 different languages. Now, like holding on to one is really difficult. Like she doesn't speak any of it. But that was because her parents actually decided that, she came and she had a bit of a Ghanaian accent, and she came quite young. I think she was like 7 or 8, at most 9 when she came. And so they wanted her to fit in more with her school friends, with the new friends. So, and also to get rid of that Ghanaian accent, so they wouldn't speak any of the languages to her. So quite quickly, she's forgotten all the languages, and she's quite upset about that. There's even like little things like she'll say it, but with a heavy accent of, say, maybe a British person who's not around Ghanaians will just say etisane. Do you know what I mean? No,
but I understand you, but I'm thinking whatever accent she wanted to acquire was something that would have come naturally.
It's true. There's
some people, and I find it interesting, as in people that have lived in Ghana, for instance, myself, growing up, going to school there, and then finding myself where I am now, I'm eager to instill in my kids what I have.
Yeah.
But there's some people that have lived in Ghana and they go, I don't want my kids to learn tree. And there's some people that were born abroad, have lived there, and they're eager to learn our culture, learn our language, and we are rather doing the opposite.
Yep, that's very true. That's very true.
And I find it quite interesting because I live in a predominantly black area in America here.
Yeah.
And they have all these African clubs, African dance clubs, where you go, they're playing our local language, and the white people, they're learning all these things, learning to dance, learning the culture. You go into universities, they have all these African clubs where people are in trying to find out Ghana's history and everything.
Okay.
And we have what we have, and we're trying to let go.
Yeah, I think my mom often says,
go on.
she says, yes, Sunyatra.
Yes, that's right.
AKA we've overlearned.
We've gone above what we're supposed to learn. And I'll use my niece, a pleasant memory, Jennifer, as an example.
Yeah.
Jennifer was 6 when she came into the UK. And I was saying this to someone today. I would have said, say, why you yummy? And Jennifer will go, where did you matem? And I'm like, wow, I'm supposed to be saying where did you matem, not why you yummy. Because that's the right way. What did you matem was more typical of the language than why you yummy.
Yeah.
And that was something that I thought about her. I'm like, wow, you've kept up the language. And it was all down to her mom speaking Cree with her and not English.
Yeah.
And my sister found that out. I'd rather teach her a different language. So the one in public, and I need to discipline her, I don't say stop. Mebo, like I'll beat you up or I'll hit you. I'd rather say jai, mebo.
So she don't get arrested, yeah?
Yes, no one will understand.
Okay.
Anyway, that's my take on it. And thank you for the show as always.
Thank you, yeah, for calling in. If you think of anything else to add, please do call. And thank you for being my sort of first caller. I did have another caller, but the phone was doing shakara, so you became my first caller. So thank you to my first USA caller tonight. Have a good evening. My love to everyone, and keep listening. All right, thank you, yeah. Bye. Bye. So we've heard from Maddie. She's given us her take on it. She is teaching her children and her stepchildren as well the language. It's difficult for some people to teach the language. I know that a lot of parents say, oh, you know, when I really want to tell this child something, I have to then explain. If I'm saying it in Tree, I have to say it slowly or say it several times, at which point they get so frustrated, they just say it in English. Do you find that's the issue with you? Hi, Danielle. Thank you for joining us on Facebook, aka Bookface. Hi, Ken. How are you? Ken's been here. Ken came to the studio last year. I'm waiting for him to come back. Ken, what's your take on this? Should children learn their mother tongue? Tongue. Yeah, you know, I'm Ghanaian. Tongue is fine. Yeah, I mean, it's not just an African language. It's just all over the world. I realize that we have some Eastern European neighbors, and their children were born here. They speak the language. I think they are from Russia, and they speak the language. They understand it totally. They speak it. I have a lot of Nigerian friends, and I don't know one that doesn't speak their language, whichever language it is that, you know, their parents speak. But I don't know one that doesn't really speak it. But I do find that a lot of times Ghanaians, young Ghanaians don't speak their language, and I'm really curious to know how come. Is it just a Ghanaian thing? Are we just trying to fit in with a different culture too much? Or what is it? What has been your experience? I really like the video, and if you haven't heard it, if you didn't get to listen to the music when I started, I will play it again. It's by A Star, and it's called Mother Tongue. And he just starts the call by, he called somebody and asked them how to say something, how to say, I wish I could speak Chi or my mother tongue, how you say that in Tree. And then it goes on to say that, you know, he really wishes that he could speak it because it will be to his advantage. Is a good video. And thank you again to my boss, Ohineba, for directing me to the video. I would have just completely missed it otherwise. I'm going to play it one more time and then we will get back to it. Let me know what you think about the song.
Hello?
Frank,
Hello?
what's happening, man? It's Jamil.
Oh, what you saying, my G?
What's good, man? Nothing, G. I'm just here, you know.
What number is this, though?
It's my new number, innit? Because I got like a new phone now. But I just want to ask you a couple questions.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, go on.
Fam, I want to know how to say, yeah, I wish I could speak my language in Tree, like.
Well, how would you say, I wish I could speak my language in Tree?
Yeah. You get it? How do I say I wish I could speak my language, but in Tree?
Okay, listen to me carefully, yeah? Menya, yeah, well done. Menya Nanka.
Oh my days.
I wish I could speak my language. I'd use that to my advantage. Flying home would be standard. If I could speak my language in a motherland landing, I'd use that to my advantage. Flying home would be standard. If I could speak my language. I originate from Ghana, but I was born in London back in 1992. I believe it was a Sunday. I grew up in the South, in an African house, but I went to an English school, so that's the language I spoke from my mouth. English my first language, but I never learned to speak Tree. Cause as a kid in this western country, you feel like when you know English you're complete. But I've just turned 23, and I learned about the Panthers, about Malcolm X, about Marcus Garvey. And now I wanna speak my language. I wish I could speak my language. I'd use that to my advantage. Flying home would be standard. If I could speak my language in a motherland landing, I'd use that to my advantage. Flying home would be standard. If I could speak my language. See, I'm the only one in my fam that can't speak my mother tongue. My parents taught me when I was young, but as I grew older I lost it. Don't know how I lost it. I probably just wasn't interested, but I'm grown now. I wanna learn it all over, but it might be too late. You know they say you learn your best when you're the youngest, but when you're an adult it's the longest. See, I understand it, but I can't speak it. Every time I try and speak it I sound like an idiot. They all laugh at me, my sis laughs at me. I just wanna have a conversation in Tree with the man them, hang in the crowd, Kamasi like a vulture, chill with my people and embrace my culture, but there's a language barrier. So every day as I'm jamming up, I wish I could speak my language. I'd use that to my advantage. Flying home would be standard. If I could speak my language in a motherland landing, I'd use that to my advantage. Flying home would be standard. If I could speak my language, I wish I could speak my language. I'd use that to my advantage. Flying home would be standard. If I could speak my language in a motherland landing, I'd use that to my advantage. Flying home would be standard. If I could speak my language.
Oh, shit. Man. Fam, I'm lost from the beginning, fam. Menya Nanka, Mitimi Kami Promo Kasa.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh shit. Listen. Menya Nanka, Mitimi Kami.
I hope you enjoyed that video. What do you think about it? Have you had that experience? Do you wish you had been taught your language? In fact, I want to speak to some people who don't actually speak their parents' language. If you wish you had been taught the language, please do give me a call. The landline number, if you're calling from England, is 0203 002 8482. That's 0203 002 8482. If you are calling on WhatsApp, it's +44 203 002 8482. So it's the same number with +44 before it. That's all. Hi, Mama Anita. Thank you for joining us. Hi, Pac. Pac says that she's watching on YouTube. Pac, you can also call in. I know you're in Ghana, but you can give me a quick call, darling, if you want to. So Junior sent in a comment earlier on, and he says, I don't know my mother tongue. For the purpose of staying in touch with your roots, it's important. However, my mother was of the view that we had no one to talk to outside the family, so we could never really practice. So, but he does say that it's a good thing to know, especially when you go back to your parents' place of birth and you can communicate with locals that don't know how to speak English. So I'm quite glad that I was able to just always keep practicing Tree. I think my whole family, my aunties, my uncles, my mum, like everybody speaks Tree to me. Like, we don't speak English. And that was good to begin with, actually, because then I could keep in touch with my grandmother. Bear with me. There's a call coming through. Hello, caller. Hello. How are you?
Good. I feel like it's been a long time since I called.
Yes, it has been, Jennifer. How are you? How is the family?
All is well. All is well.
Good.
How are you?
I'm doing very well, thank you. You're my second caller from America today. So,
I didn't hear the first one. I just joined.
okay, fine. You can have that one. You can have that. So, do you know what our topic is today?
Yes.
So, what do you think?
Well, like, kind of.
Okay.
Because I came in a little bit late, but I saw the music video.
Okay, good. What did you think about it?
I liked it. I was like, oh my gosh, I need to teach my kids how to speak our language. But, like, my issue is there are too many languages in my family.
Oh.
So, yeah, my father's from Sierra Leone, so he speaks Creole, and then my
I didn't know
mom,
that.
she's Ghanaian, but then I know I'm half Ghanaian.
Oh.
And then my mom, she speaks Dangbe, that's our language, and then we also like speak Tribi because that's what most Ghanaians speak as well.
All right.
And so there's just too many languages for me to like pick. I don't know which one to pick. But everyone says go with Tree because Tree is the one that most people speak.
Yeah, it's a bit like English, isn't it? Like everybody speaks it. So yeah, go for Tree.
Yeah. So for me, I understand Tree, but sometimes some people's Tree, I'm like, wait, hold on. So maybe I don't understand it 100%, like maybe 70%. But sometimes I'm like, wait, what? And then when I speak it, it sounds funny, but I still try. Like, that's me. I still try.
It's good that you try because some people are deterred by, when they start speaking it and then they get laughed at because they've got a bit of an accent, etc. So it's good that you just carried on and you've trooped on, and 70% is great.
Yeah, thank you. I know, what? I don't understand why a lot of people are deterred by that. I mean, maybe I'm just a stubborn person or I'm very persistent because, like, I notice it and I see it. I'm like, it's not funny. Like, the person's really trying. It's hard. But it hasn't stopped me. Interestingly enough, when I was younger, I spoke both Tree and Dangbe fluently.
Okay.
But when I came back to the States, after being in Ghana for like 2 years,
Yeah.
we had accents because we were so young.
Yeah.
And my dad didn't like it. So he was like, nope, English in the house. You guys cannot speak that language.
Oh, no.
And yeah. But, like, we still heard it. So, like, you know, we can understand most of the language. It's just that sometimes speaking it, like, for us to comprehend or to, like, make up a sentence in our head, it's hard. If someone says it to us, we're like, oh, yeah, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. But I couldn't think of it to say it. So,
Okay.
yeah.
So, knowing the language, do you think it's helped you to kind of bond more with... I mean, do you speak Creole as well?
Creole,
Do you understand
no,
it?
I don't. I understand it.
Okay, but you don't speak it.
Yeah.
That's fair enough.
No.
That's fair. It's definitely, it's one of the languages I want to learn actually. I absolutely love it. One of my very good friends, Anthea, her family are
Hey,
from
which
Sweden.
language are you thinking about though? Because people think it's the French one, but it's not the French one. It's like the broken one that sounds like pigeon, but it's not pigeon.
Is that one? Is the broken one that sounds like pigeon, but it's not pigeon?
Yes. Okay. Yes. Because everybody's always like it's pigeon. I'm like, no, it's different.
No, it's
different.
it's different.
That one.
I mean, pigeon I can pretty much understand, but sometimes when people are speaking, you know, Creole, I'm like, where? What happened? I don't get a bit. Yeah.
Yes. So you know my people.
I know your peoples. I know your people. I know both your peoples. I know them well.
Yes.
So,
and there's such an advantage to it, though, that you were pointing out to. It does help you bond with family members who don't speak English.
Yeah.
Or if they do speak English, they don't speak it well. It helps with that. It helps when you go back.
Yeah.
Like being able to navigate and communicate with people and not get ripped off.
Yeah, exactly. People will not try to rip you off if they know you. At least you understand what's being said. They won't try to rip you off. And also, you just...
And then abroad it helps. I really feel like it helps abroad. Like wherever you live, being abroad and knowing it is helpful because, like, you know, like somebody gave an example of like, you know, if you're in a setting where you don't want someone else to be in your conversation or you need to talk about something and then you can have that conversation in a public setting, but then other people won't be able to understand.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
So I think there's a lot of benefits.
Exactly. That helped quite a lot in school. Like a few of my friends were from Ghana. So, you know, we'll have our little conversations, our secret conversations. And I know that annoys people sometimes. We try not to do it in front of people, but sometimes you just can't help it, can you? You just get into the groove of it. And
I wouldn't care. I'd be like, whatever. Don't be a hater.
Yeah, I suppose it depends. It depends on the setting. Like as an adult now, when I'm in a group with friends, etc., I do try. I am mindful of the fact that some of them may not speak my language, so I don't speak it. Like if it's in a general sense of, you know, everybody's talking, I don't. But if it's sort of one-on-one, definitely, I will. I will.
I thought you were talking about some people just walking by and then.
Oh no. Oh no. I'm all up for that. I speak to you all the time. And I suppose for children as well, like you said, you could tell them things. I remember when I was younger, my mum and I were on a bus, and there was this lady with her child, and the child was just misbehaving, and my mum kept looking at me like, try it, but obviously, you know, they don't say anything. She was just looking at me, and this child was just misbehaving, and then the mum was like, stop it. And the child turned around and said to his mum, it's not stop it, mummy, it's stop it. I mean, look at the embarrassment. If you could just say to your child, Jai, like Madonna was saying, that her son keeps saying to mommy, Jai, simple Jai. You know, sometimes I think it is necessary. It helps. I heard when I was younger also that there was this man in London, in North London somewhere, that jumped out of a window in panic because his immigration status wasn't good. So I think the police came round, or immigration came to take him away, and he lived on the 5th floor. And when he heard them banging, whatnot, the man ran into the bedroom, and he hid. But it was so sudden, they couldn't warn the child, and the child didn't speak Chi, or the local language. So when the immigration officers came in, they were like, you know, where's your husband? Where's your husband? And the woman was like, you know, he's not here. And the children being children, you know, he just said that daddy's in a bedroom. And so the man heard, and I don't know if, you know, the spur of a moment, he didn't remember that he lived on a 5th floor, or I don't know what. So he jumped out and he died. And so I think that was one thing that my mum would also say to me, that, see, I need to be able to communicate with you in secret if I have to.
Yeah.
I need to be able to be comfortable and say things to you. So in this case, if this child did speak or understood the language, the mum could have said, you know, don't say anything. Men can't share, men can be
Yeah,
you call me out on a men casa. Yeah. You know, but she wasn't able to, and the child lost her father and she lost her husband. So, I mean, that's an extreme case. But these things happen. So there's definitely advantages to learning a different language. And like you said, when you go back home, you want to be able to fit in more. You want to speak to, I don't know about other people's grandparents, but my granddad was fine. Yeah. My grandma didn't speak English like that. So, you know, it was great to be able to still speak to her and Tree and laugh with her, listen to her stories, etc. So I think that definitely helps you to keep a bond with your heritage, I think.
Yeah.
But, you know, lots of
people. And I think the issue starts from, like, being abroad, because I remember, like, growing up, it wasn't until I was in, like, high school where we had this, like, or middle school where we had this, like, group for, like, African and island students where I started repping, you know, being African.
Yeah.
So, like, then I was so prideful. I was like, yeah, you know, I'm African. But before then, it was kind of, like, uncool. You know, you would get called names.
Yeah, boo-boo.
So I think,
yeah,
from that stage, you want to assimilate. And then when it gets to the point where you're actually awakened and you're like, oh, snap, this is actually a great thing.
Yeah.
Then you're just like,
yeah.
Oh, wait.
You're right. Yeah, there was a time that I was definitely Jamaican for a few years growing up in high school. I was definitely... Yeah, I think that's... I mean, I love reggae. I love reggae music. I love calypso and all the island music. And I think that's when it started, because I had to listen to everything. There were times that, you know, I say little... I thought I was a Jamaican. I was a yardie, and I'll say little... Because it wasn't cool to be African. It wasn't cool to be Ghanaian. All it was is, oh, boo-boo, look at you, boo-boo. And you know, the whole, oh, do you wear shoes and all that nonsense that people and, you know, children can be mean sometimes. So being Jamaican was the way to go. But now it's cool to be African again. Yay. So that comes with the language.
And I know how to like, or at least I think I know what to avoid with my kids, because like I've seen Ghanaian kids or African kids who they can understand their parents, but they just reply in English.
Yeah. And
then the parents don't force it.
Yeah.
You know, because if you're a parent, you could be like, okay, I know you understood what I said to you. Now I need you to reply to me in the dialect. Like, don't speak English to me.
Yeah.
And then that can, I guess, help. Because there's like people who don't understand, and all people who understand, but they can't speak it.
Yeah. But do you think sometimes as a parent, does it take a bit too long to explain a simple thing because you want them to pick up?
It is.
Yeah. Because, yeah, I think when I'm telling my nephews off, that's when I mostly speak, my niece and my nephews, that's when I mostly speak Tree to them. But I do speak it with them, but it's not as often as I think I should. And the same goes for their parents, actually. They do speak. So all the kids, you know, I think not just my niece and nephews, but most children of African descent know the telling off words, you know, Jai, Mebo, Sheyi, in my language, but, you know, all the other languages. So they know that one. They know how to look out for that one. But when it's actual other things, we don't. We need to... What do we do? What do we do? More patience.
Yeah, and then also, like, I have to tell my family members, I'm like, guys, okay, I know you like speaking English, but, like, the little you know, can you just, you know, talk to my kids? Like, talk to them in that so that they can understand.
It's a process.
So, it is.
Is
a
it?
long process which you have to have patience for, and if you don't have the patience, it's not gonna work well.
It won't work.
Yeah.
It must work.
So.
Oh.
Yeah. And then on top of people judge me, I just want to, this is a little, it's close to it, but it's off topic. Like, when they hear me and they're like, you can't speak anything besides English. Like, you only speak English. And I'm like, no, I can't.
Oh, no.
I can't. It sounds a little funny, but I can't.
I think we're definitely, a lot of us are guilty of that. Just kind of like laughing at people trying to, you know, speak the language with an accent. And I think we need to, we do need to be, we need to stop that a bit more so we can encourage people. Because a lot of young people say, well, no, when I speak it, ain't no crap on.
When is this event?
Oh, but yeah. You're doing well. You are doing well, sweetheart. You're doing very well. So, you know...
But, you know...
It's better. It's better than others. You know? It's better.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good. Well done. And I know that with... So was that the reason why... Because I know your congregation is also Tree.
I left there. Oh, girl, I'm back in English.
Oh, my gosh. Okay. We'll have that conversation separately.
No. So while I was there, yeah, I was... Girl, it's struggles. It struggles. And mommy, she did.
You tried. You tried.
Yeah, I have to think too much to speak Tree.
Okay.
Like, so in the morning, you're trying to get ready, you're speaking to kids in Tree, you're like, wait, how do you say brush your teeth again?
Oh, Chichi was saying...
What is it? Chichi was saying...
Chichi was saying... Chichi, you're saying...
I was like, yo...
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fair. That's fine. That's fine. You tried. That's the main thing.
But I'm going to Ghana again this year, and I'm going to flex my tree again.
Woo, woo, woo. You go, girl. Flex your tree on all of them.
You're gonna go.
Pardon?
I said I hope to see you there if you're going to go.
I think I've been banned.
August.
I've been banned
What?
from going to Ghana
You've been for too long.
because I can't be trusted to come back in time at a reasonable
Exactly. You disappeared.
period. So I'm not allowed to go to Ghana for a while. But I'm going to try and sneak out. Ghana did too much. Ghana, jet. Yeah. But yeah, maybe, you know, you can plead on my behalf. I'll give you some numbers. Plead on my behalf.
I don't know, because I don't trust you either. You haven't even come back to visit us here. So.
Oh, you have just spoiled everything.
I'm not talking about texting.
Oh my God.
Jersey.
Oh, honestly.
So.
Seriously. But I did the same thing in America, though, the year before, so you can't really talk.
It's true, you stayed very...
Yeah, I'm not allowed to do that anymore. I have to be an adult now.
Okay.
And do adult stuff.
That's true,
like,
so I can't vouch for you unless you prove yourself.
I will prove myself. I am trustworthy. I will return in time. Scout's honor.
Well, then they have to give you a short term. Like they have to say, okay, 2 weeks you're going to Ghana. Like you can't go for a month. I haven't reached that stage yet.
Yes, ma'am. That's right.
Yo, all right. It was nice being on the show.
Thank you for coming on the show. And I hope you come to London one day so you can actually come in the studio and sit with me so we can have some banter.
That'll be fun.
That'll be great.
Yes.
Thank you. My love to the family.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye. Okay. So thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, everybody that's watching on Bookface. There's Jennifer Martes on. Hello. Hi, Vanessa. Hi, Boss Lady is online. Hi, Sister Martha. Hi, Rumby. Oh, Jessica, you are also online. My lovely cousin who's coming on next week as my guest is also listening. So hey, Jess, I would really love your opinion on this actually, if you're still listening. Please call into the studio if you can. The telephone number is 0203 002 8482 if you are calling from the UK. If you are calling from anywhere else around the world and you have what's up, the telephone number is +44 203 002 8482. So Martha says some mothers are using their children to learn English. Wow. So I've never thought about it that way around actually. That's a really good point. Thank you, sis. Mothers are using their children to learn English. That makes perfect sense, actually. Thank you. Hello, darling. Hi, Jess. Hi, Rumby. Yeah, I like the smile, but I would love a call even more. I've just told you the studio line number. Come on, guys, give me a call. Let me know what's going on. What do you think? What do you think? So Pac in Ghana says, I'm all for speaking your mother tongue. I speak Chi, Ekwiapim Chi, which I'm very proud of, but I still wish I spoke her indigenous tongue, which is Chiripong. I hope I said that right. Yeah, Pac is not too late, you know. You're only young. You're young girl, so it's not too late, and Mummy always speaks it, so you can learn it, eh? It's not too late. Learn it, my sister. It's not too late. Who else? Hi, Nee. Nee's gives me thumbs up. So, okay. Thanks, Nee. Who else? I've had some messages. DJ I says it sounds good. I think he said he was going to call in. I'm not sure. But it'll be nice to hear from you and what your thoughts are, because I know that you do speak Chi and you speak Ga as well. Members of my family speak Ga, but I don't, but that's only because I never lived in Accra, really, whereas they did. But I lived in Kumasi, hence why I can speak the Chi and not the English, the Ga. But I can speak English okay, I think. So do you guys think at a certain age you have to give up on trying to learn a different language, like your parents' language, or just any language at all, actually? Because some people, I know I was speaking to a friend of mine a few weeks ago, and she said that she always really wanted to learn the language, but her parents didn't want to teach her because they wanted to speak and discuss things without the children essentially understanding, really. So they never really were taught. But she says, you know, she's in her 30s, and she says that she wishes that she had learned, but she feels like now it's too late because one, she doesn't think there's anyone to really teach her And 2, when she asks for certain conversations to be explained to her in her mother's language, they just get frustrated because it takes too long for her to grasp what's actually going on. So then they just give up. So we need to maybe be more helpful with teaching. I know there's one of the ladies, Mame Chinebois, who presents a show here on Fire Live. I should have written down what day she's on. So she teaches Chi. She teaches Chi in a sense of Chi. So if you would like some lessons, I'm sure she could direct you. But I will put in the Facebook comments all the details that you would need if you wanted to learn. Let's see. So, Marima, hi, good evening. How are you? She says, as a foreigner in the UK, I can say without a doubt, kids learning their parents' language, many times they both come from different places, in brackets, is a must. It is part of their culture and identity, their roots, and it can also bring richness into their lives, as well as togetherness, closeness with their families and communities elsewhere. Communication is so very important, and I agree with you, Marima. Yeah, thank you for your comment. I feel like being a YouTube DJ just for a little bit, but I've moved on. I've graduated from YouTube to now being on SoundCloud. Who knows, next time I might actually be mixing it up somewhere. So if you've got any song requests, do let me know. I'm gonna play some Afrobeats, I think, because I love Afrobeats and I love my high life. I just love music, but I think I can only get away with playing mostly Afrobeats up here. So I'm gonna play a little something. Ooh. Oh, I apologize, caller. Please do call back. I'm so rubbish at checking the phone sometimes, and then I keep asking for people to call. How dare I? I do apologize. If you're still listening, please do call. I'm looking at the screen and I will pick up the call. It doesn't ring. Oh, it's coming. You're back. Hang on. Oh, but you hanged up. I was picking up. You can go back and give me like 2 seconds so I can actually get the mouse to it. Please. Okay, here we go. Hello, caller.
Hello.
Hello.
Sarah.
Hello, Mama Nita. Was that you that just called?
Yes.
I apologize.
No problem.
I was picking up, but you were just too fast.
Yes. So what's the topic today?
Hey, madam, you are doing braai out. So today we're talking about I want to know whether or not if you think it's necessary to teach children your mother tongue, so to speak.
Yes.
Especially like if you live abroad, if you live in a foreign country, is it necessary to teach them? What are the benefits of them learning? Is it beneficial at all? Is it needed?
Okay. I got you.
Okay.
I think it's needed, and I have 2 examples right here with me.
Okay.
2 sons born here, and they can speak Chi, and they would like to speak Chi with you right now, if you don't mind.
That's fine.
So I have Kevin and Ben.
Hello. Oh my God.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. This is a great evening for me.
Yeah, come on, everyone. My Mr. Y is on the line. Kevin, we're going to speak.
Kevin McConkey. It's my cousin Kevin. Oh.
Oh, Sheila, how's it going?
Hey, Kevin, you see Nketri?
Yeah.
It's a.
Hey, I swear.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like it's beneficial to have learnt the mother tongue.
Okay.
Growing up, to be honest, along with English, obviously.
Okay. Because of course you were born here,
Yeah.
but your mum's always spoken Chi to you. We always speak Chi to you. So do you still speak Chi very well?
Yeah.
You do.
I think so, anyway.
You do. That's good. And so do you take opportunity, like when you're speaking to your mum, do you speak Chi to her, or do you reply in English?
I speak Tree, to be honest.
Oh, I'm so happy to have you on the phone, can I just say? Thank you, all three of you. Thank you for calling in this evening. So,
really enjoying your chat. Well
thank
done,
you, Mummy. Thank you for calling. I can't believe it. Can you see my cheeks? My cheeks are hurting me now. I'm really happy right now. This is my auntie, one of the few women that raised me to be the woman that I am today. So thank you, Mommy.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you, Mommy. I was very privileged because I had like 4 mums. You know, my mom, my grandma, and 2 aunties growing up, and Auntie Akos was definitely one of them. So I'm actually her firstborn. I'm the firstborn to 2 women, yes. So Kev, So thank you, Mommy.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank
darling.
you, and
So we're enjoying the program.
thank you very much. Thank you. Did you say Ben was there as well?
Yes, Ben.
Ish, Cruz.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know. Hey,
Can go ahead.
Ben. Unim be break. Be break. Ben, get on here. I want to talk to you.
Don't worry. Next week we are coming.
Are you gonna come to the studio? That would be
Next week, yeah.
Hey Ben, I'm going. Actually, next week I have a guest, so in 2 weeks, and I'm going to hold you to it. Actually, it'll be good to have my cousins on here. Yeah, Becca ni Nebi. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Thank you. You have surprised me.
Yes, we're the supplies.
Big supplies.
Then a banner poo hey, one in it. It's our bro for some night, yeah, can Ghana for binum per se, or man casabe cat chi, you come casa. We should be proud of it.
It's true.
A demon penna who could drop on piano room.
Okay, can one it? Oh, the shame. It's not good.
It's not good.
It's not.
Ain't enough. I draw.
Mommy.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Bye, Sissy.
Bye, Kev. Bye, Ben.
Bye.
Oh wow. Oh, that was such. Okay. I'm sure some of you can see my cheeks. They are hurting now, but that was my auntie and my cousins, and they've never called in before actually. And that was really nice. Thank you very much. It was lovely to hear from you. That's really nice. Okay, so I was trying to play some music, but you know what my music playing tactics are like, and it's just, I don't know what's going on, man. Oh, no, I don't want slow jams today. What you guys can do is request some music, and I'm gonna try and put something on, but I don't know what's going on. What is going on? Oh, I do. But you know what? My like, and it's just, I don't know what's going on.
See me and you, Ferrari look good on you. Bugatti look good on you. Gucci look good on you. Louis good on you.
Hey, roll up, nigga. Just roll up.
DJ.
You know it's a murder. Say it's a murder. Everything murder. Yeah. She get you overload, big overload. Oh. So let me take you for my mind like a oh. I get plenty money, let me spend you. Oh. She get you overload, big overload. Oh.
Okay, guys, so we are still talking about whether or not it's good to learn your mother tongue. So far, we've heard quite a few reasons why people should learn their mother tongue, but I haven't heard any arguments for not teaching, or I want to hear more if you are having difficulties actually trying to teach it to somebody or trying to learn it. Martha sent a message. She says, it's very embarrassing to see some mothers speaking some kind of language called English. Wow, some kind of language called English just to belong. You will never see an Indian woman communicating with their children in public in another language but their own. That's true. I don't hear it. And in fact, one of my friends' grandma, she just didn't even want to learn English. I mean, she could understand it, but she would never ever speak to you in English to her grandchildren and to her daughter, of course. And if they ever did try to speak English to her, she understood it perfectly, but she would just ignore you till you spoke to her. And I think they spoke Gujarati. Yeah, so it's true. A lot of other nationalities, like people would always teach their children, they would always teach their children their mother tongue. But I only really mostly see it in the Ghanaian community when children don't speak their language or don't understand it. That's interesting to me. I'm not sure why we have chosen to do that, or if in fact we are actually doing it, or just the people around me. I don't know. Hi, boss lady. Oh, what is going on? Okay, I'm going to turn that one down. Let me see if there's any more comments. Lilia, what do you think? Because you speak French, and I know you've got children. Do you speak French to your kids? Danielle, do you speak French to the kids? I know that I was speaking to your eldest daughter the other day, and I asked her if she speaks French. She says like, yeah, but you know, she wasn't really fussed about it. And I said, you have to learn. I mean, French is not really just is not a language that's spoken in parts of Africa, but is also spoken. See my English. Spoken internationally. So that's definitely one of the languages that will definitely take you far out of Africa into all corners of the world, because quite a lot of countries do speak French. Okay, so Yvette, oh, she's gone off. Guys, I need to hear from, there's a few people that I'm hoping will call through, because they have some interesting views on the conversation. Okay. Hi, AJ. Good evening. How are you? Hi. Shout out to my family group. To Kweku, to Sally, to Juliet, to Nana Bonsra, not Killer, Kwesi Kwapon, to Mama, shout out to Nana Bwedu, Nana Prempe, Papa, the pack, the one and only pack, Queen of the pack. Hi Sandra, hi Ya, hello Adobia, hi Maddie, thank you for being my first caller today. Hello everybody, hi Mom, my mom is listening. I hope you heard your little sister. Mom is listening, and you heard Kevin as well, and Ben. It's definitely a good day. Shout out to everybody that's online and watching. To my Women of Excellence group, I put a message out in the group, and you know, I was hoping to hear from some of them, but I haven't yet. But I think I've seen a few of them listening. But of course, Sister Martha's here. Sister Rumbi, who's been quiet, she's just smiling and saying hello. Sister Rumbi, do you have a comment? Are you teaching the kids your language? Is it difficult to teach them? Are they able to pick it up pretty much straight away? I would love to hear from the mothers. I would also love to hear from sort of the young adults and the adults who did learn their mother tongue and those who didn't. And you don't have to be Ghanaian, you can be from anywhere around the world. A friend of mine, Sue, who is British, she messaged me earlier on when I sent out the message, and she said, yeah, it's good to learn, otherwise you can't speak to your grandparents, ! And she says, I hope it goes well. Thank you, Sue. I hope you're having a good evening, probably out at the theatre or out to dinner, because you're just that lady, you like to enjoy life. So I hope you're enjoying yourself. Shout out to Deben. I'm not even going to say my partner in crime. He's out to dinner as well tonight with some friends. I hope you're enjoying. And you're going to get me a takeout bag because I'm hungry. I need food. And I'm not far from you, so I would appreciate, you know, what kind of food I like. So bring me something, and then you've got to come home and get ready to go and gallivant again tomorrow. Sky is always out and about. Okay. Shout out to Nanado, who's online. Martha's still online. Hello, hello, hello. Mama Nita, I'm waiting for your call. Oh. Hi, Leslie. Hi, Mohammed. Nana Entry's also on. Hi, Ivy. Hi, Kay, Prince Poku, and Daniel Brooks. Hi, guys. What are your comments? What do you think about my topic today? Is it necessary? Is it not necessary? At this time in your life, say you're in your 20s, in your 30s, do you need to be now trying to learn a different language? Do you think maybe it's too late to even learn the language? Do you find it difficult to pick up the language? What's stopping you from actually learning the language? Oh, okay, so I think I've got a few more comments right here, but I'm gonna play some music.
You go kill me tonight. Girl, you bounce some right. I don't go mind, give me more tonight. Hold me and kiss me right. Baby girl, if you go solo, I don't go leave you for sure. Till I tell you before. It's a love I secure. For sure, I don't go leave you for sure. If you go hate you for gone.
Okay, something else that I do want to bring up. I hear that in a lot of schools, and I know, and forgive me that I keep going back to talking about Ghana, but it's what I know. So I am hoping that everybody else that's listening from other cultures will actually call and give me their input from their side. Hi, Samina, Mrs. Harrington. How are you? I hope you and hubby are fine. Thank you for joining me this evening. We're talking about whether or not if you think it's necessary for children to be taught their mothers or the language of their parents, basically. Do you think it helps to keep the bond with their heritage? If you've not, as a parent, if you haven't taught your children and you could do it all over again, would you teach your children, or would you just follow exactly what you did before? What was the reason why you didn't teach your children your language? And if you are a bit older, do you wish that you had been taught? Oh, I've got a call. Hello, caller.
Hello, darling.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, good evening.
Is that you, Les?
My 2 cents, Sheila. It's Connie. How are you?
Hey, see, Connie. Are you going to beat me?
If you don't bring my papa, eh?
Hey, can you imagine? It's been months. Don't worry.
One fair and square. If you don't bring it.
In fact, I'm even going to add something else to it. Don't worry, eh?
Now you are talking.
I am talking your language.
Now you are speaking my English. God bless you. You're doing a great job, mommy. I'm enjoying watching you. I usually am asleep, but when I'm up.
Hey, sister.
Yeah,
you are sleeping at this time.
Sister, my life don't change.
Oh, Charlie. Hey. Hey, sister.
I'm telling you, I've had my first nap. The boys are in bed, and I'm now up for some me time.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for sharing your me time with me.
Oh,
I appreciate. So, what do you think about the topic today, and what would you like to say about it? What's your contribution?
Yes, tongue, I think, is really important for your culture and your identity. It's not always easy. Now, I have been trying to teach the boys the language. But with things all around them, it's very, very, very hard for you to try and infuse it, because everywhere they go, they're bombarded with English or Britishness.
Yeah.
Especially in the Ghanaian community. And I chance maybe struggle to communicate when I can speak English fluently. Just don't understand. So at times we get stuck into the idea that, well, it's easier to kind of speak to them in a language where you can both understand or communicate easier. Why are you trying to force me on them?
Yeah.
When they're standing there looking like, what did you say?
What you say?
And it's going to take you an extra 5 minutes to get your message across.
Okay.
So definitely, as a mom, that's how I feel. I want them to learn. And there was one time I even went through a process where I kept putting the stickers up to remind myself to speak T.
Oh, wow.
Yes, because I was so desperate to get them to speak the language.
Yeah.
And they do understand it, but they're not very fluent in it. It's me pacho, menum drink, please, which is...
Yeah, but do they understand?
They do understand Melbo, Braha.
Hey, so all the commands. All the commands.
All the commands.
And the telling off words.
The telling off. Please and thank you. But they don't have enough to string sentences or to even understand the value of the language yet. So I think that's the challenge as parents in the kind of UK, Europe, kind of whatever we face. But it is important that we do know, and there's definitely even clubs and things now that would offer P lessons or GAN lessons to your kids. If you want to go that route.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's very, very difficult. Very, very difficult.
Yeah.
To teach them. Very, very difficult.
It does. I think most parents have the best intentions of, I'm going to speak Chi to them. I'm going to speak Yoruba to them. I'm going to just speak my language to them when they're born. But then, like you say, when it gets to it, you've got to like keep repeating yourself, and then you get a blank stare. And then you get, what did you say? What did you say? And then in the end, it's like, you know, go away. Or you just actually do speak in your language. So I do understand where you're coming from. But you mothers, you're doing a good job. Or mothers and fathers.
That's trying.
Abroad, you're trying. You're doing well.
If you're watching OB TV non-stop, for example, or listening to Adom TV, and we were bombarded with adverts in T and Ga or whatever language you were speaking, I think it would just be that little bit more easier.
Yeah.
We're saturated with, I don't know, CBBS or whatever else is around us. I listen to Capital or LBC.
Yeah.
And that's what they hear. You hear something in the pop songs and you're like, some Ghanaian songs, and if you listen to that, that's what they will pick up. Like, but hard, you know, we really try to get these kids to get into it, but I'm frustrated as a mum, and the boys are young, and it's gonna get harder. At 22, you're not gonna pick up the lingo. Sorry.
Well, because of, you know, Afrobeats now. Like, I know young people who don't understand or speak the language, but they can sing a whole Afrobeats tune in Chi to you.
Yeah.
Or in Ga.
Yeah.
So maybe that's also kind of...
That's kind of helping.
It's kind of helping.
It's, you know, the effects of the X Factor people, Reggie and Boli becoming, you know, famous. Or, I mean, since then, when I remember when I was younger, I didn't like any true music. It took ages. The songs and what they're saying, the message, the stories they're telling, before I started falling in love with the music. I was like, no, play my R&B, man. What are you on? Just stop all that nonsense. I don't want to know about Amatidede or whatever. Just play music I can understand and enjoy. And it took me probably maybe even like going out with a typical Ghanaian man to even appreciate the stories and the music and the depth of the music. So, I mean, they're dancing to it, but she's like, what message are they really getting? It's just, you know, but I know my level. Come on. We all understand and enjoy that.
Okay, but can I just say something? There's this Ga song, right? You know that I don't speak a lick of Ga, right? But there's this Ga song, I think it's Batman Samini that sang it. And there was a time I loved that song so much that I just kept listening to it. And I learned it word for word. And I realised that, actually, I don't understand. So I got a friend of mine, Razy, to explain to me what it said. So now, like, I can actually tell you in Ga, I know what that song says. I know the words, I understand it. So maybe for me, that was my little way of learning a little bit of Ga.
Okay.
So maybe through music, I mean, if people ask questions, you'll have an idea.
I suppose you have a point, and definitely the songs are making it more relevant to the young people.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about, you know, the deeper sense of appreciating the language where it comes from.
Yeah.
The respect commands. You know, your mom says braha. There's like a way of she's the tone of it. Mid-doll. It's like, you know, she's not just saying I love you. She's telling you something deep from the bottom of her heart. So the parents don't say mid-doll, just rough, you know.
Yeah.
Sit down, you know, and they're talking to you. They're telling you where they're from. They're saying about just connecting with the language. That takes you to a different sphere. I think that we lost in the translation of it, and especially when you don't have the skills to speak or understand it. But it's interesting. I mean, I've got younger siblings who understand it but won't speak it. Just out of they were too cool then, and now when they go to Ghana, they wish they spoke it. But they don't.
Yeah, because back then it wasn't cool to be African, so.
Like the only with funny hair in your class.
Yeah, it wasn't cool.
It wasn't cool to be African at all. We're literally just Africanizing.
We're just crawling out. Oh, Charlie.
With sports and, you know, internet, we're realizing that Africa is way beyond what the white man portrays to us.
It's true.
And we're still learning, but you know, in America, for example, they have all these history where they would actually really go into it. But in the UK, there's still not that much African studies in school. So, white man say next to you, he's ignorant, he don't know. So if you don't know, or your parents don't teach you, you're pretty much lost. Pretty much.
Yeah.
And no shaking, because if you don't know, how are you going to teach them?
It's true. But now I have a cousin who's a teacher in Ghana, and he says that in a lot of the schools they don't teach local. They speak English, and they also don't teach local languages.
What?
Yeah, there are actually some schools in our beloved land of Ghana.
No.
Yeah, they don't speak. So he was saying that even like writing just a word in Chi
is disappearing.
You should just see how. So he says that often he just does like a little test with them anyway, and they just can't even string certain things together.
My heart is breaking.
Because
you would China, I'm telling you, and I've lived in China for over a year, and everyone writes a script plus English.
No,
everyone correctors. I mean, it's shocking that we take all this for granted. We're not learning Guarantee in Ghana, so what plans do we have here?
It's true. So, but that's only some schools. If I'm wrong or I'm lying, somebody should call and correct me. But that was the information that was given. And actually, I do see and hear quite a lot of parents speaking. When I was in Ghana, I was there for like almost 4 months. And quite often I heard parents speaking, especially, and I think this is more in the capital of Accra. Yeah. Like in Kumasi, you don't, none of that's happening. Everybody's speaking Tree, but in Accra, and I don't know if it's a case of because, parents might speak different languages, so then their common language is then English, or it's because they are teaching their child.
From Ghana for years, when I say Suatra, we learn and overdo it. I mean, we Suatra. At the end, you don't know, but you can see them forced into slang, and it's like, did you just come from America or something? Just speak your lingo. I hesitate to say the richer communities all think it's a wealth thing or a status so if your children speak English.
It's true.
I'm in Ghana with my sons now, and they were speaking Chi. They'd be impressed, but if they started to speak, oh look, British Falana Bo.
Abrofono Kolano.
Yes, we get thanks for that.
Yeah.
Thanks for that. So the person trying to raise your child in Ghana, trying to say maybe keep with the Joneses or whatever, she is slanging. I had a household try to speak English to my children. I said, hey, I will stop right back to where you came from. Because you don't speak no English. And I don't want you to be confusing my children. Speak the language.
Yeah.
But you thing like in some upper class or cool or, you're a Ghana for you, but still.
Charlie.
We are all over the world, and every time I keep coming back to it. Go back to the colonial time. Go back to some of the countries that still have their identities. Asians. Asian man.
You're breaking up a bit, Connie.
Oh, am I? Tough right.
It's okay now.
Is it better?
Yes, darling.
Yeah. So you can see, go back to the Asian communities. They keep their culture to a T.
Yeah.
Like I was telling you, I've lived in China for a year, and every child learns the characters. Before they're about 6, they're scripting. They're speaking English. They're speaking another language.
Yeah.
Go to the Indian families, even here in the UK. Go to the Islamic families. The kids are learning how to script in Arabic. They're going to Saturday schools. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What are we as a community even doing? We're even ashamed of our language. I am part of it.
You are amongst.
And I try to break free, but I don't know. Sometimes I get lost in it.
I think it's just the easier way of communicating, speaking English. And we've taken the easier route.
Then we are lazy, and that's the next topic. Why are Ghanaians so lazy? Put it on. Yes, we are lazy. Easy way out. We are lazy. Bring men to Ghana, didn't you see them? Rip me off quick. We are lazy. If we can't even be bothered to teach our language, to speak our language, and take the easier route,
I think, I mean, on that, with that point, I don't know if it's so much laziness or trying to, I feel like they think they're trying to prepare the children for the wider world, for the wider community, by teaching them the English language. I mean, teach them English, but definitely
them
still
your own
needs to
language
speak.
too.
Yeah.
Yes, and that's where I say I myself. I think at the point I was so desperate, I was thinking.
Connie, hold on one second. Hang on. Hello, caller.
Hello, hi. I would like to join the platform.
Well, hello, Mr. Aderemi.
Oh, yes, hi. I couldn't hear half of what Connie was saying, by the way.
Okay, she's still on the line, so you can ask her. Connie, Deben is on the phone.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, Connie. It's just a very quick one. I'd like to point out, I'd like to share my own experience. So, being Nigerian, people often attack me because I can't speak broken English. And I find it so upsetting because I don't even consider that to be a language. Wow. I really don't. And
it's an actual language.
No. Sorry?
But carry on, I'm listening.
No, it's not a language. It's
so
not my language anyway.
Okay, carry on.
So, yeah. So I find that sometimes, you know, I can understand the issues people have around.
Deben, you're going quiet.
Can you hear me?
Now I can, yes.
No, I said I can understand, the anchorage when one doesn't speak things like, Ga, Tree, Fanti, Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa, all that. But when people now extend it to OMG, you can't even speak broken English. Aren't you meant to be blah, blah, blah? I'm not Sierra Leonean. We have our own language structure, which is completely independent of English. And I just wanted to ask both of you if you've encountered that or what your thoughts are on speaking versions of English, which,
it's not our language.
What your thoughts on broken English are? Yeah, exactly.
Connie, do you want to go first?
Okay, well, it's a really interesting point because I don't speak broken English as well, at all.
Amen, hallelujah, my girl.
Probably I could get as far as how now, and that would be it.
Exactly. I can't just say
I had a boyfriend for years, but that's about it.
Yeah, I can't speak Pidgin. I like hearing people speak it. I love it, but I actually can't speak it. And when I try, I feel like a fake. So I stop. I can't speak it. And people do quite often ask me, "Do you speak Pidgin?" And I always say, "Unfortunately, not," rather than "No, I don't." But it's not really unfortunate because it is not a language I was brought up around, and I think most people in Ghana who do speak Pidgin are those who would have gone to maybe boarding school or something like that, and they've picked it up. But I didn't really grow up in Ghana, and I didn't also go to boarding school, so I don't, and don't feel a way. I don't know why anybody would have a go and be disappointed that you don't speak it because you speak your language.
If you don't speak any language, at least you should speak Pidgin. You're like, yeah.
Why? But no,
my language.
But then you speak Yoruba, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, he speaks Yoruba, so there's no reason for these people to. Don't worry, Deb. Send them to me next time, yeah? I'll tell them a few words in Tree.
Obroni Koko.
I'm not Obroni Koko, I'm Bibini Tuntum. That's the one. Do you know what that one is?
I'm the real Ghanaian sort of thing.
No, Bibini is like a black person. Tuntum is black.
Oh, right.
So Bibini yeah, so Broni Koko is a white person. Do you know what, actually? Bronies are sorry?
Don't be telling lies to the boy, man.
But it's true. Like, you can call Connie, because Connie is very fair-skinned. So she's a Bruni Koko, and I'm Bibini Tuntun. Yes. But yeah,
Well,
I learned something
both of
about
you
the
are
world
beautiful.
Bruni. Oh, thank
Both
you.
of you are beautiful.
How was your dinner?
Oh, cancelled.
Oh,
You know what? And it made me so annoyed. So I've been watching your show from the very beginning.
why didn't you come in? But you've got to pack.
I didn't know that you wanted me.
I
So-
always want you, Deben.
Even me.
Well,
Even Connie.
hey, babe.
You're the wanted man.
But yeah, it just kind of annoyed me as well, and that's another reason why I adore you, because you're the friend that doesn't cancel on me. So that's really
I
good.
try hard because I know you don't like it.
Well, I'll see you at Tame Impala, sweetheart. I'm gonna enjoy your show
Oh my
now.
gosh, this guy is obsessed. He's trying to get me to like this group who are quite good. He took me to a festival earlier on last year in the summer, and I enjoyed them. But I was just like, I'm, you know, when you're not feeling the vibe the way everybody else around you is, and you feel like a bit of a fake.
Everybody was feeling that vibe. It was
They
great.
were, and I was there, Connie. I was just like looking like a deer in headlights. Like, what's going on? And he's
And
he's
you
going
know what?
again this summer.
You know what Sheila did? Sheila gave somebody who had flown all the way from America to see this band and live to Slough.
I
It was
know,
so
because
funny.
he didn't know where he was, and he was going to miss his last train, and we weren't too far from Slough, so I thought I'd show them some Ghanaian / British hospitality.
Oh.
And but we had a really nice ride, wasn't it?
It was really good.
It was quite
The reason why I
adventurous.
brought him up was because when Sheila was like, "Oh, so what did you come to do here in London?" He was like, "I came to see Tame Impala." I
Came
was thinking,
all the
"What?
way from
All the
America,
way
you
from-"
know.
That's loyalty, babe. That's loyalty.
That is.
That is.
But you're going to
That
Helsinki
is
to see them in the
loyalty.
summer,
Well,
aren't you?
Connie, the thing is, they're an Australian band, and they very rarely do live gigs. So when they do, it's like people
You've
fly
got to
from
go.
all over
I don't
the
know
globe
if he's on.
to
You've
see
got to go see them.
Not me, mate.
Well, yeah, we're going together, babe.
We're not. This guy, I'm not going. Although on the lineup, Erica Badu is on the lineup, so that might take me to Helsinki this summer. Ooh.
Cardi B is also on the lineup.
Who? Oh yeah, Cardi B. Well, I'm not the biggest fan. I do like her, so maybe yeah. Well,
And then
we
Jess
shall
Glynn
talk.
is on the lineup.
Who?
Jess Glynn is on the lineup. One Love the Kubalo is on the lineup.
Is he really?
Yeah.
You are lying me. You are joking me.
Didn't you see the lineup?
I saw. I was just looking for Tame Impala, and then so I could answer your question.
And then you closed the chat.
And I closed this. Oh really? Oh, maybe. You never know. You never know. But so, Deben, I need your. I need you to. So, do you think it's necessary for children to learn their mother tongue, the language of their parents, and why?
Well, let's put it this way. I think as part of learning and development, it's always good to arm children with the best of both worlds. And when you look at children who speak multiple languages, quite often it's due to the fact that the mother is German, the father is French, they were born in London, and therefore they end up speaking 3 languages. But we find that a lot of diaspora and African parents, less so these days, because I think in the last 10 years we've come to appreciate our own culture. But like sort of our generation, you, me, Connie, you know, it was very different. It was like, oh, speak English, you know, but, you know, speaking English does not necessarily mean and shouldn't mean that you shouldn't speak Tree or you shouldn't speak Ghana or you shouldn't speak whatever language that, you know, your family speaks. And I think that's where, you know, things have been very unfortunate, where we've gone too, you know, we've gone too far sometimes in terms of how we adapt. I mean, I always take the Indian community as a prime example, and actually the Chinese Oriental communities as well, where the children clearly, no matter how polished their accent is, and no matter how many generations, they still speak their language. If you think about the East African Asians who speak Swahili, a lot of them also speak Gujarat and Hindi, you know, dating back huge, and they're from Kenya, Tanzania, and they still speak the language of their forefathers. You know, Africans are different. And you even get West African families who haven't even left their respective countries, Nigeria, Ghana, Sierra Leone, who don't even speak and live in those countries and don't even speak their language.
That's I was saying that to Connie earlier.
Yep.
And that is just like the biggest shocker. One thing that always puzzles me is if you understand it, then surely you can speak it. But you also get people who understand but can't really formulate clear conversations in it.
But I think,
and it's sometimes seen as, you know, a status symbol, like that's a cool thing. But actually, no, the joke is on the person who is illiterate in their own language.
Yeah, exactly. You're right.
Having said that, I can't read or write.
She said I should clap for you. You're doing well, so I'm clapping for you.
Oh, you know what, baby? I got an education. But no, seriously. But the thing as well is that I do have my own shortcomings because I'm not literate in mine. So my knowledge goes only as far as in real-time conversation. I can't read it, and I certainly can't write it.
But you can speak it and understand it.
Oh, yeah, to a really high degree of fluency. But writing it is, no, I can't. I'm not literate in I can't even formulate. And I find that incredibly difficult.
Okay. But you're partly there. Because I think when you speak a foreign language or the language of your parents, you're hardly called on to write it. If that makes sense.
Yeah,
we speak it orally.
Also, you know,
more than.
And the language of instruction in Nigeria as well, you know, is English. So besides church and the news, there's almost no platform for written engagement because even the newspapers are in English. So you have the news, which is read in all Nigerian languages, well, the major Nigerian languages, which you can tune in, and church services are held. You know, you can have church services in your own language, but baby, you got to be religious to spin that little cake. You know, because, you know, not everybody goes to church. I know it's a surprise to some, but not everybody does. And, you know, I don't really care about local news content. So, yeah, literacy in it is a whole different ball game. And the alphabet structure is slightly different with intonation marks. And how you speak it is not necessarily how it's written.
Yeah.
Which makes it even more challenging, yeah.
Languages are challenging, but we have to keep trying, right?
Hey, mistake.
We will try, and you will learn tree by force of fire. But you do very well. Like you really tried, Eben. So.
Oh, it's just because of my love for Ghanaian people, and you know the Ghanaians in my life are the shining beacons.
Oh, thank you. I take a bath.
Oh, speaking of which, oh my God, I went to a Ghanaian restaurant yesterday.
Oh my God.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. You know what, Connie? I'm really, really sorry because every time I'm on the platform, I never stick to the subject, and I'm.
And then he turns around and he says, "Oh, we don't stick to topic." And I say, you know what? Conversation leads to conversation, so it's fine. What happened at this Ghanaian restaurant, Eben? We want to know.
Okay, so I ordered this fish, which was so delicious, like the fried fish. So, and then I ordered some wache, which was like, oh my God, it was perfect.
Okay.
And then I ordered shito. Now, Pokudabaka always tells me, oh, Ghanaians don't eat spice like Nigerians.
Oh, but we do.
Girl.
No, I said in our jollof, we don't throw pepper in our jollof like you guys do, just jollof. But we eat pepper. Did you go eat some spicy shito?
Let me tell you something. This shito
His voice has changed.
Hey! Hey! You know what? And I was spreading it liberally on this fish.
Oh, well.
You
have met your meter.
Listen, when I put this thing in the microwave, man, I almost felt like rinsing my food through water and just it was too much.
Heat on heat.
It was so. And the whole time I kept thinking about you. I'm like, I thought Fokuda Banker says that you Ghanaians don't eat like spice.
We do. I didn't say that. I said we just don't have it all up in our jollof like that.
Hey,
this one was too much. Ha!
You needed a little bit. Next time, now you know. So, which part of London was the restaurant?
It was in Peckham.
Oh, the Peckham.
It was Agrobeso.
Agrobeso. Do you want to explain that, Connie? Agrobeso. I don't know how to literally.
Agrobeso. It's more of a phrase that means
the
when
jam
the
is
game
hype.
begins, or something. It's about to start. It's about to go on. Like, you know, when you're about to really go have some fun or play.
Yeah, agro is game.
Yeah,
agro is game. Beso is it'll be hype. Basically, the game will be hype. It'll be great. It'll be literally.
At the hype.
Yeah, agro Beso's food are quite.
Yeah,
nice,
their food is really delicious.
Yeah, it's good.
But my God, hey,
the shito. Hi.
The shito. It's well. Next time you have learned your lesson. Don't play with us, boy. Don't play. That's it.
And you know me,
yes,
because they say, bro, before they take you over there, I'm a topic, egu.
Deben, she's talking about you.
Yes.
You need to learn the language. She said now the English people have taken over. The game is finished. I've got an answer.
That is funny. So Connie, where do you buy your shito?
She probably
I make my own, Deborah. You should try a sample. It's off the hook, and it's not gonna burn your mouth down. I promise.
But it will be spicy enough to hit the right places, right?
And it will be sweet.
Chai. Okay, so we'll see you next weekend then, Connie.
I'm ready. Oh God, next weekend I'm in Vienna.
But Devin, you're going away tomorrow to another place. Okay, you know what? Bye. Bye, Devin.
To this London. I travel.
Tell this guy to leave the platform, please.
Anytime you want to eat, just let Pokuda Banka know and fix a date, I will treat you proper.
Well,
Kokonte Banku.
Nope.
Okay, now you're taking me too far. All the ones you got to stir in the pot and that other stuff, no. All the ones you got to stir hard in the pot, no.
You know. Eben doesn't know how much work goes into all of that cooking.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, without the African kind of pots to cook them in and you're cooking European style, Eben, way too much work.
It gives you too much muscle.
Also, you can't make kokonte.
Kokonte, no, but I can make fufu.
Kokonte is long. It's not even that nice.
All of ones are long, man. But I can make fufu. I'm a special fufu maker.
And where do you live?
Hey, in one hoodoo. I don't say it too loud because people come and get me.
It's a bit further along from mine. Don't worry, Deben. I will disclose the place to you later.
Oh, don't worry. No.
All right, guys. I need to wrap up.
So,
by the way, can I just also quickly say, I really enjoyed the show today.
Thank you,
darling. I really liked the way you started off with that rapper who was going, oh, you know, speaking my language, I can't speak my language, it's an advantage and all of that. I thought that was a great show opener.
Do you know what? I can't take credit for that.
I'm just going to tell you this. Do what you do. Do it with pride. Do it with love. And you know what, girl? You're going to be on BBC Africa, girl.
Thank you, Deben. But I have to say, I can't take credit for that video. It was Ohineba that pointed it out to me and said that would be a great opener. So thank you, boss, again. Oh, but thank you.
Oh, well, that was great.
Yeah, it was really good, wasn't
great.
it? Yeah.
It was really, really good. Yeah.
Thank you for calling in. I'm sorry dinner was cancelled. Next time, if it's a Wednesday.
Yeah, but it meant that I got to really enjoy your show from start to finish.
That's good.
And I'm sorry that we've strayed, but stay gorgeous, darling.
Stay gorgeous, darling. I'll talk to you later.
Connie, thank you so much. I'm coming to eat dinner.
See you, darling. Take care and have a fab evening.
Look at the Britishness of these two.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for calling, Connie.
My pleasure.
My pressure.
Pressure.
Bye, darling.
Bye.
Well, there you have it. There's been some more messages on Nene. My twinnie says Nakadef, which means how are you in Gambian language. Nakadef, my darling. It is saying, you know that one. So Nate also says it is fully necessary to teach your children your mother tongue. All my 3 children were born in the UK and they live here and they can all understand Wolof. Even the youngest one, who is 3 and beautiful and gorgeous. Hello, Zainab. Hello, Zanu. Hello, Ahmed. Hello, husband George. And she also says, at the end of the day, children are born in Europe, end up teaching their parents the language of that language. My children now keeps correcting my pronunciation. Yeah, Martha said that earlier on, that some mothers are learning English from their kids. So it's good that you're both teaching each other. The kids are teaching you to pronounce your words properly in English, and you are teaching them Wolof, which is excellent. Hello, Auntie Jane. Auntie Jane says, hello, everyone. Great discussion. I believe it is very important that children are taught their mother tongue. It is our culture and heritage. And I fully agree. And I thank my mom, my aunties, my uncles, and everybody who made sure that I didn't forget my language, basically, because I absolutely love being able to speak English and Sweet Tree as well. So thank you. And I hope, we will all help to keep the language alive, because it is, a lot of Ghanaian languages are being watered down as well. I certainly am guilty of watering it down a bit because I mix it up. But yeah, well done to everybody that's still teaching their kids, those wanting to learn. Let's keep it up. And I'm going to sign off because it is 10 o'clock. It's time for me to go back home to my little village, to my family. I hope you've all enjoyed the discussion this evening. Thanks to everybody who joined in online, who joined in through WhatsApp, certainly the people who's called in. I really appreciate everybody keeping me company this evening. I don't like being in the studio alone, so thank you for, also calling in. I've got some last minutes. Okay. Yeah, no, just had some last minute messages, but yeah, everybody says it's good to learn a different language, so let's keep it up. Have a great evening, whatever you're doing. Have a wonderful week, and I will see you next week with Mrs. Jessica Rogers, who will be coming in to talk to us about a few things, but I will send out the usual to everybody, so you will hear about it next week. Hello, Cassandra. Cassandra was actually the one that I was speaking to, and we had a little discussion on this topic a couple of weeks ago when we were away. So she said, wonderful, good topic. She had an event this evening, so she couldn't really listen, but she will try and listen afterwards, another time on playback. So hello, Cassandra. Thank you for the topic idea. I hope you enjoyed your event. And I'm going to leave it here. I'm going to play that song again. And I shall see you all next week with my special guest, Mrs. Jessica Rogers.
Hello?
Frank.
Hello?
What's happening, man? It's Jamil.
Oh, what you saying, my G?
What's good, man? Nothing, G. I'm just here, you know.
What number is this, though?
It's my new number, innit? Because I got like a new phone now. But I just want to ask you a couple questions.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, go on.
Fam, I want to know how to say, yeah, I wish I could speak my language in Tree, like.
To say, I wish I could speak my language in Tree.
Yeah. You get it? How do I say I wish I could speak my language, but in Tree?
Okay, listen to me carefully, yeah? Menya, yeah, well done. Menya Nanka.
Oh my days.
I wish I could speak my language. I'd use that to my advantage. Flying home would be standard. If I could speak my language in a motherland landing, I'd use that to my advantage. Flying home would be standard. If I could speak my language. I originate from Ghana, but I was born in London back in 1992. I believe it was a Sunday. I grew up in the South, in an African house, but I went to an English school, so that's the language I spoke from my mouth. English my first language, but I never learned to speak Tree. Cause as a kid in this western country, you feel like when you know English you're complete. But I've just turned 23, and I learned about the Panthers, about Malcolm X, about Marcus Garvey. And now I wanna speak my language. I wish I could speak my language. I'd use that to my advantage. Flying home would be standard. If I could speak my language in a motherland landing, I'd use that to my advantage. Flying home would be standard. If I could speak my language. See, I'm the only one in my fam that can't speak my mother tongue. My parents taught me when I was young, but as I grew older I lost it. Don't know how I lost it. I probably just wasn't interested, but I'm grown now. I wanna learn it all over, but it might be too late. You know they say you learn your best when you're the youngest, but when you're an adult it's the longest. See, I understand it, but I can't speak it. Every time I try and speak it I sound like an idiot. They all laugh at me, my sis laughs at me. I just wanna have a conversation in Tree with the man them, hang in the crowd, Kamasi like a vulture, chill with my people and embrace my culture, but there's a language barrier. So every day as I'm jamming up, I wish I could speak my language. I'd use that to my advantage. Flying home would be standard. If I could speak my language in a motherland landing, I'd use that to my advantage. Flying home would be standard. If I could speak my language, I wish I could speak my language. I'd use that to my advantage. Flying home would be standard. If I could speak my language in a motherland landing, I'd use that to my advantage. Flying home would be standard. If I could speak my language.
Oh shit. Man. Fam, I'm lost from the beginning, fam. Menya Nanka, mitimi kami promo kasa.
Yes, that's it.
Oh shit. Listen. Menya Nanka, mitimi kami promo kasa. Oh shit. Menya Nanka, mitimi. Ah, shit.
I'll send it to you.
Yeah, please do, please do.